What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Living in Arizona, and today we are going to dial in Casa Grande. I've actually got a couple videos that I'm working on right now. One is going to be talking about extreme heat in Arizona, which we'll kind of touch on here with Casa Grande because Casa Grande does get extremely hot. Another one is Dreamport Village, which is being built in Casa Grande, so we're going to kind of get you guys excited about that before we actually make that full-on video. But in this video, we are going to definitely get you familiarized with Casa Grande and what is being called the housing boom in Casa Grande right now here in 2019. If you are new to living in Arizona, feel free to subscribe by hitting this little button right here, subscribe, and turning on the bell if you want to get notifications. Yeah, I mean, look, we've got a lot of content here. You can go through all of it. Here's basically whatever you need to know, but let's go ahead and talk about Casa Grande and get you guys excited about some of the things you will want to know. So here we go. March 2nd, 2019 here on Pinal Central. So Pinal County is the county just south of Maricopa. Phoenix Metro is now pouring into Pinal County for the first time. It's really just starting to fuse together, and Casa Grande, which was once considered halfway to Tucson, is now starting to become a part of Phoenix Metro, believe it or not. Some would argue and say it's not even part of Phoenix Metro, but hey, the way Phoenix grows is probably going to be a part of it. Anyway, so yeah, you can see Casa Grande experiencing housing boom. Casa Grande's building department issued 101 new home permits in January, a number the city hasn't seen in years. So it's seeing more growth down there than it ever had, than it has more growth recently than it has in previous years, but that number might just be an anomaly. So you know, they're saying it was a record high permit application month, but it could just be an anomaly, right? This does not take away from the fact that there is still some very interesting things that are proposed for Casa Grande that are going to justify this, and that is, let's go ahead and talk about Dreamport Village. So Dreamport Village right here, this is kind of like the map of it, right? But you can see here's an amusement park, indoor amusement park, trade pavilion, the block, which is like a sports complex, an indoor water park next to the indoor amusement park, wildlife experience, kind of like what you would have in like an out of Africa. But all of this is going to be in one central area next to a college campus. This is all proposed to be built in Casa Grande on the I-10 and the I-8 intersection. You can see right here, Coaster Park, movie studio, motels, hotels, open space, gas store. They got some open space areas right here that are probably, they haven't zoned yet. But you can see just between the sports park, the indoor amusement park, indoor water park, and the college being there, Tech Park, Coaster Park right here, roller coaster park. So I'm telling you guys, this Dreamport Village, if and when it goes through, Casa Grande is going to be the next Anaheim. Remember back in the, well, I don't remember, probably most of you guys don't, but my grandfather who used to live in Los Angeles told me that before Disneyland was built, Anaheim used to be the armpit of Los Angeles. Nowadays, they got the Anaheim Angels, the Anaheim Ducks. I mean, it's got Disneyland, you know, it's a place to be, Anaheim. Same kind of thing is going to happen to Casa Grande if this gets built. It's going to go from like an armpit, like place where people don't want to be, you know, oh, you're from Casa Grande, to all of a sudden, hey, you're from Casa Grande, you lucky son of a gun. I mean, we saw that happen in Buckeye. Buckeye, if you've been in Arizona for a long time, you know that Buckeye used to be not a desired place. Nowadays, everyone's like, oh, Buckeye. But Buckeye was not the spot to be, straight up. Now it's on the map. So so that's what I'm saying. Something like Casa Grande can grow like that. So you can see right here, they've got the amusement park gets first approved from Casa Grande Commission before a big crowd. This was in 2017. They were talking about it. So they've had this big plans, and then they have the whole slideshow, which I'm going to go through in the next video. But the reason I'm outlining this here in this video about Casa Grande having Dreamport Village potentially being built, because it's going to stimulate that place. So if you get in there now, it's going to be kind of boring, but you wait and see when this is done, real estate values and everything is going to go up because it's going to be this hot spot. So also some other things going on in Casa Grande. Study plan on widening I-10 between Phoenix and Casa Grande. So obviously, as more people will be probably going to Casa Grande from Phoenix, that means more traffic. Right now, it's a 3-lane highway going in both ways. They'll probably widen that to maybe 4 or 5 lanes, kind of like a super corridor. I would recommend that the city of Phoenix or the state consider a high-speed rail solution in between Phoenix and Tucson. And in between Phoenix and Tucson, you would be hitting Phoenix and Casa Grande. But because we live in Phoenix and they just don't see rail as a viable solution, and I can rant about that for days and days and days because I've been to so many cities around the world that have awesome rail systems, whether it be Guangzhou, China, Shenzhen, China, Hong Kong, China, Singapore, Paris, London, Barcelona, heck, Portugal, Dubai. I mean, I have no idea why in America they do not have an interest in high-speed rail or rail for that matter. But if you're going to do rail, you might as well do high-speed rail because people aren't interested in going 40 miles an hour on a slow train. They want to go 100 miles an hour, 120 miles an hour, and be in Tucson in 35, 40 minutes. But I don't know if they'll consider it, but they're talking about widening the freeway for now, so that just means more dependence on automobiles. The reason that I'm a big advocate for rail also is because I think it's safer. I mean, constantly, if you go to any of these websites, you're going to see, I mean, look at this, fatal crash, Coolidge man, 18 killed in collision, 3 killed, 4 head-on collision. I mean, the amount of traffic accidents out here, I think more people by a long shot die of traffic fatalities than terrorism. I mean, if they put as much emphasis, I'm not saying terrorism is not a thing, but I'm saying more people die from I mean, we're talking, look at this, 18-year-old kid killed in a car accident. This is another Santan teen indicted for 12 felonies after fatal crash. 3 kids were killed in that accident. The driver lived, and he's being indicted on 12 felonies because of whatever he did. But the point is that these automobiles are dangerous, and here in Arizona, we're so dependent on these automobiles. There's an accident a fatal accident in the valley every single day. It's crazy. Seriously, think about that. Every single day, someone's family is being disturbed by an accident, a car accident. So yes, rant over. We'll move on from that. But anyway, let's dial in Casa Grande a little bit more. It's in Pinal County, approximately halfway between Phoenix and Tucson in the U.S. state of Arizona. Obviously, there's a population of 55,000. That's not a small city, so it's already kind of a big town. It's named after the Casa Grande Ruins National Monument. You can see the picture here, and it's actually a national monument. Here it is a little bit closer. So, Sivan Von Key. This is an area where the prehistoric people that were here, the original inhabitants of the land, I want to say they were Apache. So they're an ancient Sonoran desert peoples farming Great House. So Apaches were more in the hills, Apache Junction and some of these other Apache areas. These were more in the low-lying valleys. They were into canal systems using the valley. But either way, these people, they were all connected. They were different tribes, but they were all connected. And this is what is basically where Casa Grande gets its name. Big house. That's what Casa Grande means. Casa in Spanish, for those of you who do not know, is house. So mi casa, su casa. My house is your house. And Grande means, hey, Grand Canyon, Grande, Casa Grande. We just call it Casa Grande because, us gringos, we forget that it's Espanol. But anyway, the point is, that's how it gets its name. Now you know. That big house right there. They call it an archaeological site. Some call it ruins, whatever. It founded in 1879 during the mining boom. After the Ho'okamm. So the Ho'okamm Indians or Native Americans. So it's not the Apaches. They're called the Ho'okamm. And fires ravaged the town, destroying all the wooden structures. Casa Grande was home to Collective Farm Society, which was part of the New Deal. So there's a little bit of history here. The census data, you can see all that information. It does get hot down there. We're going to talk about this because look at this. Extreme heat expected to get worse in Arizona. I mean, this was last summer they were talking about it, but it hasn't gone away. We're going to touch on this subject in the next video, so stand by for that because there's going to be some information you may want to know if you're moving here. But other than that, guys, this is pretty much what you can expect in Casa Grande. You can go on their website, casagrandeaz.gov. We got all this information. It's an up-and-coming city for sure. And when this Dreamport Village goes through, stand by for some fun. Indoor water park, coaster park, indoor amusement park, college campus, all that jazz, exciting stuff, things to do for the family. And it just doesn't get any better than that because it's indoor. You don't have to worry if it's going to be too hot or too cold because, yeah, I don't need to say it again, but indoor. Thanks everyone who's been liking these videos, asking questions, and subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you guys next time.